Are you visiting New York City for the first time? In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 free things that you can do on your first trip to New York. It costs so much money to come here, to stay here, but it really doesn't have to be that expensive. Kayak the Hudson River. This may be my favorite free activity on the list because not only do you get to enjoy the scenery from the Hudson River, but it also keeps you in shape. Yes, this is absolutely free with 3 locations in Manhattan. We tried out Pier 26. Sign up is super quick and easy. Even the sunscreen is free. So what are you waiting for? Grab a paddle and get in there. If you happen to have a sunny day like my twin and I had last summer, it feels pretty surreal just kayaking away on the Hudson, no charge at all. Take the Staten Island Ferry. True story, guys. I used to take the Staten Island Ferry to work, so I have been on that boat so many times that I've probably taken it for granted, but it is one of the best free activities you can do on that first New York City trip. Located at the bottom of Manhattan, take the escalator up to the terminal. You're hitching a free 30-minute ride that has tons of photo opportunities built in. Grab a slice of pizza, board, and sit on the right side of the ship. You'll see why shortly. Wave goodbye to Manhattan and enjoy some incredible views of the largest city in the United States. Oh, remember why I said to sit on the right side? Get your camera out and boom, that Statue of Liberty shot you always wanted is right there. Feeling fancy? Head downstairs for another angle of the Statue of Liberty if you dare. Bonus tip, if it's the summer, catch a Staten Island Yankees minor league game. It's affordable, and if the game bores you, the views of the water won't. Walk the Brooklyn Bridge. Is there a more iconic bridge than here for a first-time trip to New York City? Probably not, but an insider tip, come at sunrise if you want to take photos without a million people in the background. I filmed this mid-afternoon on a Sunday, so there was a swarm of people walking at the same time, but there's something about the architecture and vibe that just makes you feel like you're a part of the city. Take in sweeping views of the Manhattan skyline. I prefer to finish on the Brooklyn side so you can add exploring Dumbo to your day. There's plenty to do there. Oh, word of caution, stay out of the bike lane when you walk across the bridge unless you want to see and hear some of that famed New York hospitality. Spend the day at Rockaway Beach. A beach in New York City? Really? Well, unlike our neighbors in Jersey, we don't charge any money to access a public beach, and this one's special. You will have to spend something to get there, either a $2.75 subway ride or a $2.75 ride on the ferry, and with views like that, I vote for the latter. The water feels great on a hot day. This is a perfect spot to pass a day with your family. Insider tip for a great burger and beer, hit up Rippers on the boardwalk. Thank me later. Visit Grand Central Station. Calling Grand Central Station just a train station is like calling Central Park just a park. Stepping foot in here is like going back in time. You don't have to buy a train ticket to just wander around this gem of the city. Built over 100 years ago with old-fashioned signage all over, even the ticket windows look like they're from a black and white film. You could easily spend an hour just taking photos of the old chandeliers or look straight up and see a zodiac constellation in the main hall. Okay, if you must be a good tourist, head to the Whispering Hall next to the Oyster Restaurant and say something to your friend listening on the other side. Insider tip. If you're hungry, I think the food court on the lower level is one of the best in the city. Where else can you find a Shake Shack and a Magnolia's bakery stand? This vlogger opted for Eat a Pita for a much-needed lunch break during filming. Wander Central Park. Central Park has to be on your list. It's the most visited urban park in the world for very good reason. You could easily spend an entire day here, and if you just want to sit and get tan, this is also the place to go. I might take that advice, actually. I want to encourage you to forget about the big city for a bit and take in a free spot that too many New Yorkers, including myself, don't visit enough. Feed ducks, climb rocks, take a date on the carousel, play whatever it is those dudes were, or find these two kids rocking out on a guitar. The options are limitless. Walk the Highline. We're in front of the Highline on the west side of Manhattan, a former freight track turned into one of the best public spaces in the city, and to think it's less than 10 years old. This 1.5-mile elevated park hovers over the meatpacking and Chelsea districts. While it's kind of touristy, I have no problem roaming the old railroad tracks any chance I get. Lounge around on the many benches, spy on the city from above. It's a very family-friendly place. My favorite thing to do is to browse the various art vendors and even some pretty unique art installations. I'm still not quite sure what that was. The Highline feels like a world of its own, high above the city. Don't skip it. Explore Roosevelt Island. Roosevelt Island, nestled between Manhattan and Queens, this little oasis needs to be visited. While it's technically not free to get there, you need to use a subway card swipe to access the tram. Riding a sky tram above the city is half the fun, and at just 2 miles in length, you can easily walk the entire thing and feel a bit of peace right across from the hectic bustle of Manhattan. Check out the abandoned smallpox hospital from outside, and just roam around, see the lighthouse, and admire the stunning views. See the midnight moment in Times Square. Visiting Times Square sounds like one of the most obvious things a first-timer to New York City should do, but if you're willing to stay up a little bit late, I've got a unique experience that most people don't even realize occurs here. Times Square, the only place locals know to avoid because it's just too damn crowded. You're not into watching street performers or the Statue of Liberty swiping right on Tinder. Why not experience something else? The Midnight Moment is the world's largest digital art exhibit every night from 11:57 to 12 a.m. Look up at the Times Square billboards and you'll see a running theme. This was some kind of abstract animation, and I swear most people had no clue it was even going on. But you've done your homework. Well played. Go art gallery hopping in Chelsea. New York City has over 1,000 art galleries, many of them clustered right here in Chelsea. But what if I told you you could make an entire night out of just hopping between them? Every Thursday is gallery night in Chelsea, where many of the local places hold exhibits completely free and open to the public. I recommend you go with Todd from meetup.com as he leads a group from one spot to another. You'll see some quirky artwork, and there's even free booze. So meet new people and pretend you know what you're staring at. Sounds like the recipe for a fun night to me. Remember, this list was made specifically for first-timers. On this channel, I generally specialize in the more off-the-beaten-path adventures, so subscribe if you're new and you want to find out more about New York City. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.